Hi folks, broker Nicholas Iannitti here with the Iannitti Realty Group. Just coming at you here. I know we're getting into spring and lots more people are going to be coming on the market, and I kind of get this question all the time. Just had this conversation the other day about a couple of things you can do to really increase your curb appeal. Curb appeal really does matter, and it's actually really pretty simple to address. So a couple of things. First you might want to do is just really kind of look through the house, through the eyes of an actual buyer. Maybe get a notepad out there and just kind of note some of the things that might need to be repaired, replaced, or even just cleaned, right? Especially your front porch and stuff like that. The other thing you might want to do too when you're walking around is, remember to look up and just look at any gutters or roof and how that stuff looks from the curb as well too, because that's also important. Typically we tend to look at things that are more lower ground level, but definitely want to inspect the house top to bottom. A couple other things, obviously landscape, you want to pull the weeds. If there's any open ground or whatever, get some ground cover, whether it's wood chips or gravel, whatever it is. Some of that stuff's pretty inexpensive. Also maybe, consider some little plants or things, flowers that have some color is always kind of nice. Also the house numbers, right? People are going to be coming and looking for your home once they find the listing. So go ahead and, get those numbers on the curb repainted. Any numbers that are actually on the house, make sure those are painted and visible, or maybe just some new numbers would be a good thing. They're pretty inexpensive as well. Also the mailbox, make sure the mailbox is looking good. If it's rusted out or whatever, make sure it has a fresh coat of paint, or just get a new mailbox. Maybe even throw a couple of plants around there or something like that, make it look kind of cool. The lights. Obviously make sure your front porch light works. Also maybe make sure, you might want to throw in a couple of these little solar lights or something along any walkway. Something like that could just add, a little bit of ambiance, so to speak, in the evening. And then also the entryway. A couple of components here. First would be the front door, right? Make sure if the front door is looking a little tattered, throw a fresh coat of paint on it. If it's wood door, maybe restain it. Maybe it just needs to be power washed, but make sure that front door is looking good. Also on the hardware of the front door, consider replacing it. New door hardware is not that expensive, but if you don't want to do that, just maybe lubricate the locks and stuff like that you have. Make sure the doorknobs and everything are working good and the door actually opens and closes easily, latches good and all that stuff. And then, also replace the doormat, pretty easy, when you're walking in. And again, I can't mention cleaning enough, cobwebs, dirt, all that other stuff, hose it down, whatever it is, if it's front porch, anything like that, make sure that it's just looking clean and tight. And then all that stuff leads into, the exterior picture that's going to be used in marketing. We want to make sure that we have a really good curb appeal image because obviously, 90% of all people that are going to be considering your home are going to start their search online. So we absolutely want to make sure that we have the best photo possible. So you guys have any other questions about anything that you should do or not do to get your home ready to come on the market here in spring, go ahead and give me a call, shoot me a text. More than happy to have that conversation. Also, if you're curious about what's going on in your neighborhood, what your home is worth, what's going on down in Point Loma, I'm more than happy to educate you about that as well too, okay? So thanks so much for tuning in, and remember, who you choose to negotiate for you absolutely matters.